Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. I did talk to you guys a little bit in a video from yesterday, talking to you guys about the warning signs before you buy in, because of course yesterday we were pumping massively. We were up, I think it was like 50%, 60%. It was pretty crazy. I mean, we jumped from like legit $60 all the way up to like almost $90. So an increase of like $30 ultimately. And of course, if you go back a little bit to like the 4th, we were trading at about like $56. So pretty crazy. I'm still waiting for a nice little low on QNT. Yes, I have been buying, but I have not bought over like $60 in a very long time. So, for the last month, I could pretty much show you guys where I was buying. So I bought around this range. I think it was like an average of like $45 or so. And I was buying a little bit around that range. It was like $45 to like $50. I don't know what the exact buys were, but I accumulated during this range, and I slightly added during this range here as well. I think I waited for a nice little pullback here. So it was like around like $55 or so. But nonetheless, like I didn't buy anything over $60. It's not because I don't think that it's still undervalued or over $60. It's just that I haven't bought yet. But I was very surprised by the run up to like $89 because I really was not expecting that. But I did share with you guys yesterday that we did hit resistance, so we are expecting a sell-off, and we are basically seeing that right now within this market. We don't know exactly how far down we will go, but we do have a lot of Fed announcements this month in regards to like the FOMC meeting, GDP report, and stuff like that. But in regards to like the more info tab in the holders section, we do see like on the last 3 months, this has been continuously growing, and just recently we added about 250 some new holders to this. You love to see it. I think that we will continuously see this grow and grow and grow. In regards to the overall technology stack with Quant, we do see over here, this is an article from November 2021, and I figured I would make a video on this because you know what's funny? I continuously see these people come to me and say, dude, why would I even touch QNT when I could get, Chainlink, for an example, right? Because $76 for, QNT. You come down here to Chainlink sitting at about $6.20. I don't know what is going on with CoinMarketCap. It's broken right now. But you guys do see this is sitting at about 620 or 620. Wow. $6.20. And we look at the circulating supply, right? 467 million link is out there, 1 billion total supply. Tokenomics are obviously favoring QNT, but also, what's favoring QNT is the interoperability solution for DLTs to the legacy platforms. Again, I love Chainlink. In fact, I do hold Chainlink. I've bought in Chainlink just recently. Told you guys about me basically going all in on it because, again, during that month, I went all in with my, crypto budget, and I bought all of the Chainlink that I could possibly get. And I will continue to accumulate more and more Chainlink because I do believe that it is a solid, asset in regards to interoperability between the Internet of Things. Quant can definitely focus on that area too. But I just, think that both, assets could, eat at the table. But let's jump into this. Again, there's been a lot of talks around which one is the best in regards to interoperability solutions. In my opinion, the API gateway is the best solution. And in fact, we actually do have confirmation here about that. Distributed ledger networks don't exist in silos. Increasingly, they need to be connected to legacy systems, distributed, file stores, and other DLNs. And of course, we see down here the feature of distributed ledger technology is interoperability. But at the moment, most DLT implementations don't work together, presenting a huge barrier to adoption. To bridge this gap, the World Economic Forum has proposed 3 DLT interoperability categorizations. In our white paper, DLT interoperability, what are the options? We look at each of these categories and compare them by focusing on features such as resilience, decentralization, and user experience. Now, of course, I do have this open over here. So, from the start to finish here, this is from Luke Riley from Quant Network. This is their overall submission to the APPG. This was, released on February 23rd, 2021. The APPG held an evidence, session in Parliament on blockchain interoperability and scalability. Quant Network was invited to provide evidence to the session. We do see Dr. Luke Riley, head of innovation at Quant, attended, and as part of the evidence submission, he presented a detailed analysis investigating different approaches to DLT interoperability. The following is the evidence that was submitted. Now, They do talk more so about how DLNs don't exist. Basically, the quote that I mentioned. We do see down here there are a few possible DLT interoperability solutions, each fitting into one of the following, three DLT interoperability categories. We do see cross authentication, oracles, and API gateways. And of course, oracles are more so centered around Chainlink. We do see our comparison concludes that API gateway categorization is the leading approach. This is because API gateways are built on proven technology. They could easily combine distributed ledger technology with non-distributed ledger technologies. They could provide fine-grained user access controls, and they can be utilized by cross-authentication or Oracle applications to provide more resilience to their deployments. We conclude this report by describing how Quant's Overledger DLT API Gateway product stands out as a preeminent solution in this category through its use of cross-DLT data standardization and ease of DLN integration, all of which improve the speed of DLT application deployment. Like I said, this is a clear winner, in my opinion, in regards to the DLT space. Obviously, DLT is continuously being adopted in, and it's rapidly growing, as evident in this description here up here. They are also talking about like legacy IT, systems, in regards to like a struggle to connect with other DLTs, and it is a problem. There's a major issue here. Again, it's lacking in regards to like adoption. Like it's stifling adoption right now within, crypto. To ease this process, the distributed ledger industry must move towards standardization with a specific focus on interoperability. There already are and will continue to be many distributed ledger technologies, including many different distributed ledger networks utilizing the same technology. Currently, some DLNs are connected using interoperability approaches defined in the next section. Yet, inevitably, more will need to be connected to break down further data silos. And they also do see, like, additionally, DLT, cannot exist completely separate to other technologies, e.g., distributed databases, distributed stores, IoTs, and legacy systems. So again, interoperability needs to incorporate all of these concerns. And I think that when we really kind of look at this, I think that, when we look at API gateways, it is a clear winner in this section. Like, there's nothing like it. I think that, proven technology is something that they are going to focus on, and they do have a full-on breakdown here, like in regards to, the option. API gateways are winning in every single category compared to oracles and DLT relayers. So to me, we already have a clear winner here, and there's no competition to Quant. Like I've always said, like there's no competition here comparing it to like Chainlink and things like that. Like it's something truly remarkable that a lot of people really kind of continue to spout their, maxi agenda. Like, for example, I love Chainlink. I absolutely love Chainlink. I've talked to you guys about it on a day-to-day basis as well. But when we look at Quant, there's nothing like it in this market. I do believe that Chainlink does have a seat at the table, and it will eat. There's going to be a bright future for Chainlink, but I do believe that Quant will be much, much bigger. And we do see down here, it described the main DLT interoperability categories and compared them. We have described why Quant believe that the API gateway category is the leading one and have detailed why Quant's Overledger is the preeminent instance of this model. We know that over time, there will be increasing demand for DLT interoperability solutions, and therefore Quant is well placed to provide an enterprise-grade and DLT standardized product for the burgeoning market. And yes, this is true. And it's funny, right? Because we are waiting for the day that Quant or QNT is being utilized on a day-to-day basis. In fact, we do see over here. Now, of course, this is a little bit of speculation. Yesterday, QNT was the number one performing token at 26% gain despite Bitcoin sitting flat. Diving into the Onchain Data, we have some interesting movement. And we do see down here, right as the pump started, a large outflow from Coinbase was sent to this wallet before being distributed into various cold wallet containing only QNT. Shortly after, larger players market bought, which further drove up the price. Speculation ensues. And here we have like the Ether scan. We do see down here the distribution pattern matches the behavior I've been tracking for nearly a year now. QNT continues to be locked into fresh cold wallets using matching batch sends. If this is indeed early utility, the implications are profound. Exciting times. So yeah, I mean, like when we look at utility around QNT, I think that in regards to like network effects, like a lot of people really kind of put a spotlight on network effects, comparing it to like, Bitcoin, if you will. I think that the network effects of QNT are going to be much larger than Bitcoin. Because again, remember Bitcoin for the most part, like yes, there's whales out there. There's people aping into Bitcoin doing, 100,000, Bitcoin buys and stuff like it's crazy. But I want you guys to understand that like the network effects on QNT are going to be coming from large bank entities, like massive entities. So to understand that, like, you have to understand the value and the volume that's going to come from those large players. The network effects of QNT are going to drastically outpace Bitcoin. And again, remember, QNT supply is 33% less than Bitcoin. So to understand how large that actually is going to be, it's going to be pretty crazy. And QNT, in my opinion, will be crowned king eventually. And also, I thought this was very interesting. It looks like Binance actually ran out of QNT on the run-up yesterday. Looks like Binance has run out of QNT. We do see here withdrawals are temporarily halted while Binance replenishes the hot wallet. Withdrawals for this asset will be resumed shortly. And it's funny because and by the way, the estimated recovery time is actually today. It's something special about this. But to me, a lot of people are saying, like, what's happening? They could have mine for 5,000 a coin. And it's truly something remarkable. I mean, again, remember, I've told you guys that the supply of QNT will run out on exchanges at some point in time. A lot of people will say, there's always going to be a buyer and a seller. Sure, there is. But, these major exchanges will run out of QNT eventually until somebody is selling. And, yes, will there always be somebody selling or buying? Yeah. But I've always said that the price of an asset is determined by how much somebody is willing to pay per QNT. And if there's a lot less supply on an exchange, then we could be seeing a supply shock happen, which will ultimately lead to the price of QNT increasing massively. And that's what I'm actually waiting for to happen. I think that it will happen at some point in time. It's probably going to happen once utility actually is set in stone. We could only kind of speculate a little bit, but I thought this was pretty insane. And last but not least, I do want to share with you guys the fact that they are working on announcing 2.2.10 is a maintenance release. Now, this is just a maintenance release. They are fixing a few things, but I thought this was crazy because, like, in the related post, I don't know why this isn't loading, but here we have from June 30th. So, legit, like 11 days ago almost, Overledger 2.2.9 got released into beta. I thought, like, how fast is this team building? Like, it's something special. This is what we, like, when I always said, like, around, like, these tokens, I've always shared the idea on, like, you want to focus on tokens and teams that are continuously building. And this is exactly why I do believe that Quant is going to absolutely kill this game going forward. Like, their team is constantly focused, constantly driven. They are onboarding massive amounts of numbers. Not only that, but, like, their partners, I don't know where their partners were. I just remember, like, there being a partnership area on here. So I don't know where it is, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, like, oh, sorry, there it is. I thought it was somewhere in regards to this. Like, it's a little bit confusing sometimes, but nonetheless, like, even in regards to, like, their partners, like, it's something special when you look at just some of these partners. I know that KPMG was supposed to be on here. I know that that one is a little bit of a leaked substance, if you will. But there's just so many great names tied to Quant. I know that for the most part, we only see, like, Oracle or, like, SIA or Nexi, if you will. And, also LAC Chain, but there's just going to be so many more partners that are assigned with Quant at some point in time. Like, I truly do believe that the entire banking sector will run over Quant. Like, the way that I look at Overledger is it's the plug that powers it all. And I'm very excited to see this actually come to fruition. We have to wait and see exactly what happens. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As those up, that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.